Content warning. Keep in mind, Flux Reversal's content is for entertainment purposes only. If you are not entertained, if you don't like what you see and or hear, then why the hell is your dumb ass still here? This is not entertainment for snowflakes. Flux Reversal's content contains vulgarity, profanities, and offensive content. If you can't take a motherfucking joke, then don't watch. But don't come busting balls about shit you navigated to on the internet of your own free will. You can just as easily navigate your ass away from it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those in between, you know what time it is. That's right. It's that time again for another segment of the Flux Reversal Show, coming to you live from the Houston, Texas Sprawl, baby. 8:24 a.m. Central Standard Time on this second day of July, 2026. The year is moving along pretty fast here. 7th month of the year. I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope everybody is healthy. Whether or not you're happy or not, just be grateful for being alive. Shit, let me tell you about it. But first, fluxreversal.com. Ask your mom for all my links and socials if you are so inclined. I'm currently trying to become Kick verified. You can type !info in chat as such to get all kinds of information about me and what I got going on. And one of the commands you can type is !kick, and it'll tell you about my endeavors here on Kick, trying to become verified. I started making this Kick push here in February. I was going to start it in January, got off to a start. Still shit is holding me up, but hey, I've spent the past 6 months really networking here on Kick, active in the Discord, active on the Kick Talks, paying attention to what's being said, mingling with people, observing reactions and behaviors of, this platform that I decided to show some brand loyalty to. So I decided to do that on Kick. Today, it's Thursday. It's my normally scheduled day to stream. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Saturdays is supposed to be my news show. I didn't do my news show this past week, and I didn't do my Tuesday show this past week either because my wife had a procedure on Friday. If any of you follow me or keep up or even fucking care, I told you then that I wouldn't be streaming my next couple of streams, which was the Saturday news show and Tuesday. I thought I'd be able to stream Tuesday, but we got my wife home. The surgery seemingly went well. We got her home from the outpatient surgery, and by Monday morning, she started experiencing a lot of pain, and we thought it was and the doctor thought it was just normal coming off the pain meds, day 3 after the surgery. But it was more than that. We ended up having to take my wife to the emergency room, and my wife is in the hospital still, awaiting to find out exactly what's wrong. Of course, none of this existed prior to the surgery, so we'll just hang that one on the back burner for a minute until she gets recovered and well. We're not going to get into why it happened right now. Let's just worry about getting her healthy. And the whole family rallied. I haven't slept much at all. Not much at all. It was apparent yesterday that I needed to get some relief from the situation. So, I was relieved of duty finally. Came home, drank some beers, trying to make me, I just can't pass out, dude. I tried to sleep last night, and I'll be going to the hospital later today to spend the night there tonight. But I wanted to do a stream to let you know what was going on with me and why I haven't streamed and why you haven't seen me posting new videos lately, because I normally post a couple of videos a week on my YouTube variety channel. Oh, such a fucking great song, bro. The Bouncing Souls. Hopeless Romantic. Oh, hopeless romantic. You're just hopeless. I'm a hopeless romantic. You're just hopeless. So that's what I've been doing. That's why I haven't posted anything, haven't been streaming, I've been following my schedule. My recently adopted schedule for about, doing pretty good about staying on schedule. And that's why I wanted to stream today. I wanted to squeeze a stream in today to stay on schedule, to stay show some consistency and be consistent. So it's probably not going to be a very long stream. I'm probably not going to play any video games today at all. Let's go ahead and make this bigger. You're just hopeless. I'm a hopeless romantic. All right. Let's do that there. Let's do that like that so you know it's me talking and I'm just talking. So right now, as far as my wife, we're waiting to hear, just wait and see. The doctor hasn't seen her in about 24 hours, and so we're waiting to see what goes on and what actually is the problem here. I'm not going to go into the details of the type of procedure she had or the type of pains and follow-up repercussions she's experiencing. That's just getting too personal. But she is fucking miserable, bro. Fucking miserable. And she's a ginger, and if anybody knows, gingers just have a higher pain tolerance and drug tolerance than normal human beings. This is a scientific fact. I'm a ginger. My kids are gingers. My wife's a ginger. Like when she had the outpatient procedure on Friday, they're like, yeah, dude, we had to give her like a lot more than normal. She was just still feeling it. So, yeah. High tolerance, motherfuckers. Yeah. If you want to party with me, you better come hard, motherfucker, and you better bring me 3 to your 1 if you want me to keep up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to be your manager. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been streaming. If you can, keep my wife in your thoughts and my family in your thoughts. This is going to be a long stream. I'm going to do a lot of chatting and covering a lot of things. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is where I've been and my wife. And I love my wife. And me and my wife have been married fucking, long time, man. We've been through it all. I mean, it's one of those love-hate relationships now, it's you wake up in the morning, it's not, hey, how you doing? It's like, fuck you, die. I'm not kidding. That is me and my wife's relationship, but we got each other's back, While we want each other to die, we don't want someone else to do it. I want to be the one to kill my wife. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Just joking. It's another one. So I love my wife. My daughter came in from Dallas. She's been taking the shift. And the thing is, I just had a death in the family, bro. Yes. I had a death in the family also last week. Actually, it happened Saturday. My cousin's wife has been battling with an affliction for fucking a long time, in and out of the hospital. And she went in to the hospital get into June. She was released, and then she was admitted again here at the end of June, and she was unresponsive. And so this past Saturday, my cousin's wife passed away. I'm trying to be there for them to show comfort. My wife is going through, we don't know what's going on with my wife. My cousin's wife passing fresh on everybody's minds. My wife in the hospital, nobody knows exactly what's wrong. It's just, fuck, bro. Can I catch a fucking break? You know what I'm saying? Jesus fucking Christ. All these curveballs lives keep throwing at you. So, yeah, I love my wife. I love my family. We always rally for each other, and it's good to see. So here we are, and I thought I'd squeeze a stream in. I'm making this will be a VOD of this recording. I normally don't do, I do VODs of Tuesday's stream, not of Thursday's stream, but because I haven't done a new show, which usually is content that I post, I haven't done my Tuesday show. Today's short stream is going to be also a VOD, just, you know, to have something to post on YouTube, because I like having an archive of my streams as much as possible to show that, this guy's been doing this consistently. That's the best way. So you may ask, Flux, why are you fucking live streaming if you're, well, like I said, I had to catch a break. I came home yesterday after being relieved of duty. Not too happy with what the doctors are telling me. I'm like, motherfucker, that's why we had this goddamn procedure. And she comes out of the procedure with not even no relief, but in worse pain significantly than when she went in, motherfucker. So, yeah, that is exactly how I articulated it. And they're like, you got to leave the premises. I'm like, fuck you and fuck you and fuck you. Figure out what your fucking shit is doing. So I'll be going back tonight. Yeah, Flux Reversal don't give a fuck, yo. I don't care. You think I just get on the fucking internet and talk like this? This is how I am in real life. I don't put up shit with fucking nobody. And if you cause me problems, watch the fuck out, bro. Watch the fuck out. And I don't mean to sound like an aggressive, violent man, but hey, in this day and age, there is sometimes people don't respond to anything. Literally, humans don't respond to anything here in our society and culture other than instrumental stacks of cash or a fucking punch in the goddamn face. And unless one of the two things happens, you're not going to get their attention. You know what, bro? I ain't got fucking large amounts of cash to give you just to get you to fucking listen to me. I'll just punch you in the fucking nose and get your attention. How about that? Oh, you awake now? Yeah, bro. Yeah, Flux like that. Yeah, I'm not fucking, I don't care. This is what our society and culture has become, man. We got a fucking society and culture of nut cuppers who can't take a fucking walk around with chips on your shoulders, but you can't follow up and take the repercussions of you having the goddamn chip on your shoulder. Bro, knock that chip off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Gen X represent. Not everybody's like me. Not everybody's like me. Not everybody's like me. So, a lot of things been on my mind. I've spent a lot of time mulling and talking, and some time with a couple other communities, more professional communities of marketing, content creation, and streaming communities I'm in touch with, and been really evaluating what I'm doing over this. You know, we're going in here to technically my 6th month streaming exclusively on Kick. Hey, this is my theme song for the year. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to talk about a lot of things. I'm just going to bring my notepad file, and I'm just going to make an outline so I make sure I talk about all the things and I'm not jumping around from one or the other while we listen to some fucking Julian. I think I got a blank notepad file already. We'll go with this. You're going to have to excuse my slop typing. Pardon-moi. Bring this over here. Julian. Son, yeah. Oh, Julian. I'll patch you back up, but I gotta throw you back in. Whoa. All right. All right, so here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about and make clips of this stuff for posterity's sake. Posterity's sake. I'm also recording this, so locally. Streaming locally, recording locally. So even though I don't make the clips on Kick, I will still make something. So we're going to talk about a few things today. As I said, today is the 7th month. We're going to the 7th month of me streaming exclusively on Kick. This marks 6 months of me networking on Kick, getting to know other streamers on Kick, closely following Kick's policies, their Discord, the behavior of their moderators and staff in Discord, the behavior of their support when you send them support. I've been paying close attention to the Kick Talks with Santa Maria and Eddie and all the other type of interviews that Santa Maria likes to do. I've been paying very, very close attention to these things and to the what's been said and how it's said and the rhetoric, and being able to discern what is rhetoric. So we're going to talk about that today. So we're going to talk about my time on Kick to date, my projects, which include the network, Shake, my plans, my new plans, what else are we going to talk about? Let me see if I can make this a bit better. All right, here we go. So today we're going to talk about my time on Kick to date, my projects. Got a reference. Oh, come on, motherfucker. I want the whole thing. News. Shirley Johnson, and she sure is looking. Come on, you piece of fucking shit, bro. God damn, the whole thing is one format. Why do I gotta keep on going and reselecting you? Hello, it's still there. Jesus fucking Christ. I literally have no tolerance for anything today with all this shit. I'm like my taxed here. News, live. Oh, you please. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus freaking Cristo.
It's not funny, man. Come on, come on. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. One guy fapping. The sound of one man fapping. Live tutorials. All right. Yeah, so these are the things that have been on my mind a lot that I really wanted to talk about as I okay, we were just talking about Kick. So I've been on Kick for I've been streaming on Kick for longer than 6 months, guys. Okay? I have spent the past 6 months exclusively streaming only on Kick and networking on Kick and getting to know them. I've been live streaming for fucking many years. All right. So okay, let's recap. January 2025 was a very, very, very rough year for me for many different reasons. I'm not going to get into it, but My plan was to go live at the beginning of January 2025 and start my live streaming and content creation push back then. And what I've been doing, I've been learning how to edit videos, been learning how to make good AI prompts, learning tools. I've been learning a lot of free tools and utilities to compete and create like content creators and streamers, but for free. Free stuff. The only thing I really pay for right now is my domains. I pay for my domains. Skinny sweaty man, in a gray suit. So I wasn't unable to go live and pursue this dream and this aspiration in 2025. And so I just used 2025 to refine things and learn more. And so my plan was to go live in 2026. I didn't get off to exactly in 2026. So I started February 2026. And my whole plan was to, after experimenting with multi-streaming, learning how to multi-stream and the nuances and ins and outs of all the different social media platforms where people try to eke out a living in this industry. I've spent the past 6 months, as I said, my strategy was to show some brand loyalty, and I chose Kick because of all the things I'd heard about Kick and how much Kick streamers get paid. Now, the information I was operating on was obviously dated, and some of it was just hype of the early days of Kick. Okay? It's the early days of Kick or no more, and all the people that were hyping Kick, all the people that had good things to say about Kick, while they still may have good things to say about Kick, they all will also tell you how much less they make now than what they used to make. They all will tell you that. So it seems like I missed the boat, and so many others, and Kick is just kind of coasting now on the fumes of this word-of-mouth hype. It was smart, whether it was intentional or not, intentional marketing. Yeah, you got to throw money at a project. I agreed to get some attention and some eyes on you, and Kick does a very good job. Now, I'm going to say some bad things about Kick, but let me start by saying some good things. And the bad things I say about Kick are not probably more geared towards an industry-wide problem and not just Kick. Hang on, let me grab some tissue. My nose is running. Okay, I'm probably going to go do it. I gave my son is up my wife at the hospital now, so I gave him, he's got all the vapes and shit with him. All the backups and batteries and stuff. He'll be, oh man, my nose is still fucking running, bro. All right, so I'm going to talk about Kick for a minute. So I came to Kick with high expectations, and these high expectations were the direct result of all the hype from the mid and low tier streamers and content creators who said they were making money off KPP. All right, and there was a lot of people like, oh man, Kick is so good. But those same people today, they will all tell you they make significantly less than they were. Like so much, like significantly. Like, for example, this is just one of many examples. I'm not going to tell you the streamer's name. He's like, I've been streaming for 10 years. Kick is great. When it first started, I was making a lot of money. My audience size really hasn't changed. I'm like, and that, okay, I'm not going to talk about that topic. But this is what he said. He goes, but my income has gone down significantly. He goes, I used to be able to comfortably pay bills for a short while. He goes, there was about a 9-month period where I was able to pay my bills, and the little amount I was getting paid on Kick could support me. He goes, that is not the case. He goes, I make a third now of what I did. He goes, and nothing's changed. Now, we're not going to talk about the fact that the guy said his audience hasn't changed, nor has the motherfucker changed anything he's been doing for fucking 10 years, because that's how long he's been streaming. We're not going to talk about that. But he said that he makes significantly less. And it's not just this guy. There's all kinds of people that stream on Kick who've been streaming theirs for years who get KPP and who are verified. Being verified is not getting KPP. You can still get money. It has changed. It has changed significantly. And there's probably a lot of reasons for this, and we're probably talking about a little of them right now. So I found that out. And then the whole culture on Kick, there's a lot of sub-communities in Kick who are just FAF communities. Follow for follow. These guys do nothing but organize and trade follows, and then they go to each other's chat. And while some of the conversations seem to be organic, what I've monitored is just people are just typing some random shit in this person they follow so they can get them to do the same thing in their chat to make it look like they have an active chat. They're trying to help each other become verified and appear that they're active. Now, while some of them do interact with each other, and then you have others who are organizing outside of Kick and Discord to the point where they have a website and they're embedding that individual's members of their community. They're embedding their stream on their website. And so there's at least 2 communities that do this that I found, and both of them are like, hey, come join our community. I'm like, no. And the thing is, while it's not genuine, it's not organic, apparently it works to a certain degree for some. But these aren't real genuine fans or people who are at your channel watching you for you or who you are or for what you got. They're only there because you're over on their channel, right? It's not genuine. That and the fact of how the industry actually works now and how creators on platforms are promoted by the platforms themselves and the means they go through to do this. Modern marketing and advertising has devolved to exploiting clippers that live in third world countries and their low level of cost of living so they can be paid less. And when you're paying someone pennies on the dollar to clip for you, you literally command an army. And so a lot of virality is manufactured. It's literally manufactured virality. And there's some articles about this out there. And there's a marketer, content creator. There's a couple of them that talk about this thing. And so generally what you got is you got an industry of fake manufactured virality from the corporate level just to make it look like, just to fake the algorithms and make it look like it's genuine views. Now, while some of this will generate genuine views and get it into the eyes of more people, that doesn't mean it's quality. That doesn't mean that's something that person would have normally navigated to see. That means you got shoved in their face because of its manufactured virality. It's not genuine. And when I say third world clippers, there are literally motherfuckers who shit in a hole after breakfast that's got a wooden wall of Chinese knockoff smartphones in their house who get paid for every clip that gets 1,000 views. They get a few dollars, like $2 or some shit. So this army of clippers, they're not actually watching the creator or the streamer because they're interested. They're watching it because they know they can make some money off catching a clip of this guy, not or individual or whoever it is. I just said guy loosely. Forgive me, woke bitches. Forgive me, woke bitches. The same guy. Just using it loosely. Just using it loosely. So that's really what the industry is right now. It's at the corporate level, them throwing money at army of clippers that mostly majority 90% based out of fucking third world countries, because people in first world countries can't afford to live off of the low income. They can't afford to live off of $2 for 1,000 views. The ones that do have figured out a way to manipulate it by getting their workflow, an AI generated workflow. But a lot of these social media platforms detect these generic type of content now, and even that is becoming less and less monetized as these platforms watch out and seek to make sure that your inauthentic, mass-produced shit doesn't get publicized. And so I like that. I like that. And I hope to see more of that in the future. But the next level of that is not just the AI-generated shit from these massive workflows these creators have just to make money. So basically, you got armies of clippers being paid to watch specific content creators by the platforms that the content creators are on, to get more eyes on that platform. Not because what that content creator is actually doing anything entertaining, because if you look at these viral clips, the majority of viral clips aren't entertaining or interesting at all, and it's something that the majority of people wouldn't even fucking look at or see had it not been shoved in your face, because that's how uninteresting and how unentertaining it really is. And that's the fact. So what you got is an industry of advertisers advertising to advertisers. Since so many people are doing it, since so many corporations and platforms have their own armies of fucking clippers, it's just clippers watching shit that other clippers make and clipping each other at this point, bro. Seriously. But still, even at that, they're making money off of it. There's money being made. They don't care that it's advertisers clipping advertisers advertising to advertisers. That's the industry right now. And it's so blatant and widespread. If you don't do it, you're never going to make it. Yeah, I'm going to say it right here. You have to bot yourself if you want to make it. Some good bots, not obvious bots. And you need your own army of clippers. There are services out there, but you don't want to make sure it's generic. You want some good quality clippers. You can even acquire and form your own private army of fucking clippers. You can do exactly what everybody else is doing. Yeah. These third world clippers work for so fucking cheap. Anybody can access it.
Bruh.
What? Yes. Man.
Hold on. I said, hold up.
Yeah.
Wait
exactly.
a minute.
Yes.
Something ain't right.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? And so I'm going to start doing that. I'm telling you, I'm going to start botting myself, because one thing, having spent time here on Kick is totally aware of who bots who and who are botting themselves. I think Kick actually has their own bots they bot people with, and to accompany their army of goddamn fucking third world clippers who are shitting in holes after breakfast. Yeah, I'm talking about people who don't have proper plumbing. Like, that's a big criteria, but I'm just trying to give you perspective of how exploited these people are. You know, they can't even afford plumbing. They live in areas where there's not plumbing. I mean, I'm just, yeah. This isn't a joke. This is real. This is real. Got some motherfucker living at a straw hut in Cambodia with his fucking knockoff Chinese-made smartphones, clipping clavicular, sitting there watching him like he actually enjoys the brain rot he's seeing when it's not entertaining at all. We all know that. But a couple communities I've been plugged in with, they're like, yeah, bro. They're like, while it's pretty cool of you to try to express some brand loyalty, at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about you. And I'm a 50-year-old man, all right? I totally understand corporate perspective of their customers. You're just a fucking cash node. I don't want to come across, but I thought that if I could maybe generate some brand loyalty that it would be reciprocated, but it's not reciprocated, and Kick does not. And I'm not saying that just because they didn't reciprocate my loyalty like I thought it should have been reciprocated. Kick is very, very close-minded about cheap, easy, free ways to expand and attract people to their platform. They're so close-minded on it. Their Discord's ran by goons. I'll talk about it before. Okay, so good things. Here's good things about Kick. Apparently KPP, but it's really not a good thing because really KPP is not what they say it is. It's more like if they think you deserve what you're getting and they'll give it to you. That's basically now, because we had there was another content creator who was trying to get verification, and he tried many times, and he met all the criteria. He met all the criteria on the platform, but Kick replied to him like, well, they specifically said there's more that go on behind the scenes than just simply meeting this criteria we've hit. So Kick has like this whole unspoken criteria that you have to meet that they're not going to articulate to you. So you can go meet all the check marks that you need to become verified and never become verified if they don't want to verify you. That's what it boils down to, if they want to or not. I've heard stories. They had a Kick talk with a streamer recently. He goes, I never met the requirements, but they said because this guy was affiliated with another known organization, an employee, they went ahead and verified him, not because he deserved to get verified, but because it was a smart business decision. Yes. So it's about smart business decisions, not if you actually meet the criteria or not. And that rubbed me wrong. I'm sitting here trying to become verified myself, and if I meet the criteria to become verified, I now know that there's a good chance that I may or may not become verified because they don't follow those requirements strictly. They have their own like shadow requirements now, and they have said that. That fucking sucks. That means lack of transparency. You're not being totally transparent. You tell us I can get verified by this, and now you're saying, but there's some other unspoken requirements that aren't in writing that we can't tell you. And that's kind of fucked up. Because you are exploiting content creators and streamers' innocent aspirations. It's total fucking exploitations, and so fuck you. Fuck you for being a goddamn donkey about that shit, Kick. For real. I will say Kick is the most approachable and available to their people on their platform. If you send an email to Kick support, they're going to respond. And the problem will probably get addressed or resolved or get worked on, and they will go back and forth with you to work it out. Yeah, Kick support is fucking fantastic. These same people that you email with and Kick support are also active in the Kick Discord, but the Kick Discord is full of fucking goddamn goons. The Kick Discord is just like any other goddamn major Discord server, just full of goddamn woke, power-tripping fucking shit. And you learn this because they have a popular Discord moderator that's a Discord moderator and a lot of other Discord and is heavily involved with the whole Discord purple hair movement themselves. And I'm not afraid to say that because I've suffered the wrath of it enough time. I wasn't originally like that towards Discord at all. I'm a Discord power user. You have to be to understand it. That's how fucking piece of shit Discord is. So the whole type of mentality that Discord pushes with their political agenda is blatantly obvious in the Kick Discord. So Eddie, one of the owners of Kick, is approachable. You can ask Eddie questions. He goes live. Very approachable. There's Andrew Santa Maria. I'm not sure what Santa Maria's exact position is with Kick. I don't know if he's just fucking a goddamn, simply a community manager or what it is. But my understanding of Kick is that all the employees of Kick have to be in Australia. You can't be an employee of Kick unless you live in Australia. They have said that. If you want to work for Kick, you got to be an Australian resident. But I know Andrew Santa Maria is based out of Los Angeles. So I'm trying to wrap my head around here if he is or is not a Kick employee, or if he's just a contracted community manager. I don't know. But the Discord and Andrew themselves, I feel like gatekeep a lot of information that doesn't make its way to the top and to Eddie. Eddie's a busy man, moving and shaking, wheeling and dealing, I'm sure. That's why he's not always live on stream for the Kick Talks. But a lot of the suggestions don't make it to the top. A lot of it is filtered and gate kept. And there's a lot of easy, simple things that Kick could easily do. And so Kick's has created this facade of being approachable. And that's what I was getting to. It's a facade. And when you go to them with like real issues, that like the hard stuff, they respond with rhetoric, like heavy rhetoric. So that has been my experience. Kick's support is great. They do make a great job of making it seem like they care about the little guy, but they really don't. They don't care about the little streamers. They have nothing in place to help the small streamer. They have all the resources available to them where they could freely tweak this or that to freely make these things a thing and to really capitalize on attracting aspiring people to their platform. It may not be the goddamn million-follower YouTube creator that you're trying to exploit. Oh, please, if you already have a community, come to our platform so we can make money off you. Yeah, fuck you, man. It's so transparent. But you have nothing in place to help the small guys. If you want to be the premier go-to streaming platform, if you want to be the name, if you want to be the first name people think of when they think of live streaming, if you want to do that, then you got to do something different, and they haven't. I see people make good suggestions all the time, suggestions that wouldn't cost them any fucking money to implement, and they simply do not do that. It's because they got blinders on. They're so busy trying to fucking capitalize on brain rot IRL, and that's basically what they want to do. They know that they've been capitalizing with their army of clippers on pushing brain rot content, but with their army of clippers, you can push other stuff too. You can experiment pushing a small guy. Let's pick this guy right here. This guy's got 0 viewers. Let's watch this guy. Wow, this guy's kind of entertaining. What does this guy do? Wow, how does this guy have 0 viewers? Well, because this small-time streamer has to compete with you and your fucking goddamn army of clippers pushing brain rot. It's literally a self-fulfilling. You're just watching yourself. It's not organic, Kick. It's not genuine. An army of clippers is not genuine organic. And you're asking us to generate and be genuine and be organic and grow our community so you can profit off the people we bring to your fucking platform, but you yourself aren't doing it, nor are you rewarding the people on your platform for doing it. But you'll reward the fucking brain rot. Yeah, you know better than Twitch.
Bruh.
You know better than Twitch. Ain't nothing you got going on that's any better than YouTube or fucking Twitch. Seriously. And everything that I heard before I came, it was just hype, bro. And while you do have a bad reputation because of your affiliations with fucking gambling, I got your back on that, though. I know. So Kick, here's why Kick happened. Eddie used to stream live, do his stake.com live streams on Twitch. Because gambling is allowed on Twitch. You can stream gambling. But Stake is a very successful company, very successful gambling company. And Amazon TV, just Amazon, the conglomerate, has a long-standing corporate contract, a deal, an arrangement with DraftKings. And DraftKings is a direct competitor to Stake.com. That's a fact. And so that is why they won't let Eddie stream. That's why unless you're using a DraftKings.com product or subsidiary, you're not allowed to stream. That is the only gambling that is allowed on Amazon. It is someone who they have a corporate affiliate contract with. That is why Eddie started Kick. Yes, that's the fact. So you guys want to throw shade onto Kick.com and to Eddie, the people that started Kick because it's funded by gambling? Well, you stupid fucks. Gambling is on every platform. Gambling, Kick was created because of gambling, because of the gambling contract that Amazon has with DraftKings. So you want to hate on Kick because it was started by a gambling company? Well, there would have never have been a Kick if Amazon just let Eddie do his goddamn live streams on Twitch. Plain and fucking simple. What? You didn't know that?
Bruh.
You didn't know that? That is why Kick got started. Eddie's like, well, fuck you. I got enough goddamn money to start my own streaming platform. So that's why all gambling, you'll see a lot of people doing Gamba. I see a lot of Gamba and Stake. People stream their gambling content, plus others, plus more on Kick. Yeah. So if you do gambling content, the only platform could stream on comfortably is Kick. Because unless you're doing some DraftKings shit or subsidiary, you can't stream gambling on Twitch. These are the facts, people. So if you want to throw shade on Kick for being propped up by a gambling company, fuck you for being a fucking stupid fuck. Please do the world a favor and don't breed, because the last thing we need is more stupid people like you. Thank 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 you. So while my current disenfranchisement with Kick and how Kick is ran, it's just they really, really lean into how all the other platforms are operated. All the big platforms all have an army of fucking third world clippers propping up their big no names on the platform to get eyes to their platform. They all do it. They all do it to each other. Kick advertising their main guys on all these other platforms. TikTok advertising their main guys and all its competitors' platforms. It's literally just fucking advertisers advertising to advertisers. That is the state of the industry right now. And virality is manufactured. It is 90% manufactured. And because you and I know, we can go look at a clip that's considered viral, and we can look at it and we can be like, that is not entertaining. That is not funny. How and why? Now you know how and why. Because you got an army of third world motherfuckers making pennies on the dollar trying to pay their bills. And they're not watching the content because it's good content. They're only watching it to clip it so they can get paid. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's the same thing is paying for view bots. So we got Kick doing what they say they don't allow. And so when Kick recently implemented the whole option to hide your view count, these are people who blatantly bot themselves. They bot themselves, or maybe Kick bots them a little too to prop them up. Because at this point, from a business perspective, why wouldn't you bot your own people? You gain more. So yeah, that's the industry. That's the industry now. There's a content creator we talk about whose recent virality just came out of nowhere. We're talking about Burnt Peanut. Nothing against the guy. Bless him. He's paying his bills. Bless him. But he catches a lot of heat. But I believe his virality was fucking manufactured. Whether it was him or his platforms, or maybe he's affiliated with a promotional manager. He invested money to get where he was at. It's obvious. He's because I watch his content. I'm like, he's safe. He's a safe brand. He's a safe brand. He doesn't cuss. He's a burnt peanut. You know, he's not shoving his cleavage in the fucking screen. He's a very, very safe brand. He doesn't have a surly attitude and a logo that says "Ask your mom" like I do, right? He's a very safe brand, so that probably had a lot to do with it too. He's he can. A lot of brands could approach him now because of how safe he is for those reasons and his political correctness. And I've talked about his sudden virality with a handful of people, just behind closed doors, not hating on the guy, just curious why. And a lot of us are familiar with what goes on behind the doors. A lot of stuff I just talked about, what Kick is doing, but it's not only Kick that's doing it. So what you should take from this is a lot of virality is 90% manufactured. And we know this because we can look at these supposed viral stuff and see for ourselves, especially as a content creator and entertainer, be like, that is not entertaining, nor is there anything entertaining about it. That being said, I'm not going to stream exclusively on Kick anymore. Kick does say they will permit you to multi-stream if it's vertical on certain platforms or whomever they deem is not a direct competitor with them. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about any of that shit. Kick has been nice to me. They know who I am, and that's nice. It's nice that they know who some of their small streamers are, but they only know who I am because I have a unique name. I have a brand and a presence. I have something. They can tell I got a lot more going on with my brand than other motherfuckers who say they want to be streamers. It's obvious that I put some effort into my shit. So they know who I am. I've been so vocal in their Discord and on their subreddit and in their Kick Talks. They know who I am, and that's nice. I received some free kicks. The kicks weren't mine, but they were mine to give away to other people. And one of the things I learned once I realized I had infiltrated this follow for follow communities that exist within Kick, I quickly distanced myself from them. I quit doing it. I quit doing what they were doing to me. And most of it was not reciprocated at all. And this faff shit, most of it is not reciprocated. Like, you spend the time going to their streams and talking to them and generating conversations and talking to people in their chat. Never. There's only one guy who I met during all of that stuff in the past 6 months who was only genuine. Two people. I met two genuine guys. And both these guys I didn't meet. I met them through, one of them I met through a Kick Talk during the live chat Kick Talk. And the other one, I garnered a relationship from conversations in the Kick Discord. I think these guys are really cool guys, and I still talk to them regularly and still watch their streams and participate. But these are the only two people out of the many, so many, that actually reciprocated and supported and asked questions. So, when I was saying it was networking, yeah, I was networking. It was business networking. I was fucking doing this for networking. And out of that networking, I garnered a couple of true relationships. I'm not telling you these two gentlemen's names. People who are doing the deal, they're trying. Every time you look at their stream, they change something. They updated something. Something's different. They're talking about changing. They're talking about progressing. They're interested in it. And I like those types of conversations in streamers. So yeah, there wasn't much reciprocation going on. The one group, there was just one group was just blatant. They're like, yeah. One guy was like, if you subscribe, two of them. There's two different ones. So technically there was 3 FAF communities I became involved with. But one of them was like, yeah, you subscribe to me and I will embed you. And every month you subscribe to me, I embed you on my website. It was fucking just blatant. Just fucking goddamn blatant, bro. I'm like, I got my own website. I embed myself. How am I offline? Yeah, I embed myself. I can embed myself, bro. I can embed anybody else I want to. I can pixel embed. This is just a simple HTML media player embed. Generic. I can embed anybody I want. I could have thousands of pixel embeds of myself right now, and you would even know you're looking at me. Like right here, I could do a bunch of them. You wouldn't even know. But I don't. So regarding live streaming in my future, I will no longer be live streaming exclusively on Kick. Kick is as accessible to me as it is anybody else. And I was feeling kind of special of how accessible it was to me, but they're accessible to anybody. So I don't put much thought into that anymore. For me, the honeymoon period is over. I can read between the lines. I see the rhetoric. I've been on the receiving end of the rhetoric a lot. So I'm going to go back to multi-streaming on all the platforms. And not just US-based platforms, dude. I'm going fucking global. All right? And until Kick gives me something and a reason not to, I'm not going to build a community to bring it to Kick. You know, I'm not doing that. You do that to enough people, Kick. You profit off of enough individuals' innocent ambitions. Now, while over there at Twitch, it's just they're blatantly corporate. They're just unapologetically corporate. Over at Kick, you're kind of bullshitting some people. You're not being totally transparent. I still support you, Kick, for being the underdog. But this whole fucking deal about becoming verified and you meeting the requirements but not really verified, that is a situation you created by allowing people to bot themselves so blatantly. So that's what's going on. Kick knows when you're botting yourself. That's why these people's incomes have got down. Kick had tolerated them botting themselves for a certain amount of time. Now they don't put up with it. So the people who they know, the majority of your viewers are bots, your pay has decreased accordingly. You know, maybe the percentage of your bots is 50-50 or one, whatever it is. I'm sure that's probably, they're aware of that. They're probably, your income and your KPP or your verification cut is based upon how much is actually genuine, and they know how much is genuine. It's not that hard to figure out. I have no software to figure out if you're, okay, let's do it. Let's do it right now. Let's go find it. Let's go to Kick. Rick Zella. Nothing against Rick Zella. I have no idea who this guy is. He's got 1,700 people watching him play. Here we go. This is a bot. This is a bot. This is a bot. This guy looks pretty legit, man. This guy's got some actually good dialogue going on in his chat. This is some genuine chat looks like going on. Yeah, let's go to a different one. This guy has actually got a genuine community. It's pretty good. He's a Call of Duty player. I'm not I have a streamer that I watch daily that plays Call of Duty. Here he is right here. This is my Call of Duty streamer when I want to. And I support him because he's a boomer. This guy is not a Gen X. This motherfucker is a straight up goddamn boomer, bro. You got a boomer booming, yo. Check out this dude. There he is. A handsome old man with his grays. All right. We find a better example. He's got 240 people watching. Nothing against this guy. I'm just trying to point out some facts. We're looking for bots. He's funny. He's funny. I think I'm going to pull off this example because I'm going to come across someone. For me to prove this example, I'm going to have to go to someone whom I know is botting themselves. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not trying to call people out, bro. I'm not trying to call people out. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's not do that. I'm not trying to call people out. There are some people, a lot of the people who hide their view count with those people are botting. They're botting. And the ones whom I do still follow, who hide their view count, I only still follow them because their content is not brain rot, and it's actually interesting content. All right? But I think anybody who hides their view count's got something to hide. What you got to hide? Why are you hiding it? Does that number have you so fucking depressed you gotta hide it all the time? It's just too suspicious. So yeah, that's my deal with Kick. I'm no longer going to be exclusively streaming on Kick. I'm going to be multi-stream. And I'm not just doing multi-streaming to where Kick allows, because while Kick, like I said, the only thing they've given me is some kicks to give to other streamers. They've given me the time of day and responded to me, but I can see through the rhetoric. I'm not stupid. And I think that they're really trying to just exploit a lot of people's innocent ambitions like everybody else. There's just so many people out there exploiting the innocent ambitions of a up-and-coming artist, content creator, streamer. Offering you the latest whatever, offering you virality, but you got to give them something. So yeah, we talked about Kick. Do I get a strike through? Oops. Yeah, where's strike through? Where my strike through? All right, so we talked about Kick, my feelings and time and experience. Now, I'm not going to be going multi-streaming right away because I really like listening to my jams and my music you're hearing. I have got other computers I could stream with. I'd have to get other capture cards in there, but I I could run a 3 PC multi-stream setup just to get around the fact of not having to. Just so I can hear music on Kick still, you know. I have the technical capacity, capabilities to do that. So that's a big issue because I like my jams. I like my music. And I know if I ever become really, really famous and really, really popular that the music that you're hearing will be a problem. Right now it's not a problem because I'm a nobody. So I'm not worried about it. So I'll rock it while I can. You get to hear it with me while I can. But I was already planning on going multi-streaming anyways to create more of a funnel to get people to my Kick stream because of how much Kick says. Kick's always likes to boast, oh, we pay our creators so much more. Our KPP is so great. But at the same time, you got guys like, yeah, I don't get paid near as much as I used to. So you got Kick saying one thing, how great their whatever is, and you got the other people who on the receiving end of it are like, yeah, it's not what it used to be. And we talked about why. So where does that leave Flux Reversal? And we just talked about brain rot and why brain rot is so viral. We talked about why things and how things become viral. It's 90% manufactured. We talked about how you could basically pay your way to success in this industry. You just got to invest a little bit of money and time, and you too can be the next burnt peanut. Not knocking the guy. Congrats. Hats off to your success. Just using him as a recent example. And we talked about virality that's not memorable. You can't remember what it is or why it is. Just literally brain rot. You may be able to remember the clip or what it was, but the only thing you'll probably really remember is the content creator the clip was made about in it. So that's what's going on with me and Kick. This brand loyalty shit is just not fucking working out. Kick does not reciprocate at all. And Kick misses a lot of opportunities that everybody else is missing too. They can easily capitalize on it and take advantage of, but they don't. All right, so we're done talking about Kick. I'm going to come back and talk about what I'm going to be doing in the future. I need to put some socks on, do a bong hit, refill my coffee. All righty, back at it. So yeah, if you're just tuning in and you weren't here, I'm not going to be doing a very long stream today. My wife had a family. My wife had a procedure Friday. She came home from the outpatient procedure and she had complications and had to be rushed to the emergency room where she is at the hospital now. I came home yesterday to get some sleep because I've been up there. I don't want you to think I'm being cold-hearted by doing a live stream, but I haven't done a live stream since last week, and I normally do 3 times a week. And so Thursday is a normal day, normally not this early for me to do live streams, so I figured I'd just squeeze one in before I go pull my shift at the hospital with my wife. Yeah, but she had complications. I'm not going to go into details. So that's where I've been. If you're just tuning in, I covered that a while ago. But during this time, sitting in the waiting rooms at the hospital, I had a lot of time to talk out some concerns with some other people in the industry and people who make themselves available to me to talk about the business side of content creation and streaming and blah, blah, blah. And help me come to the conclusion about Kick and my time here in Kick, what I just talked about. And moving forward, how I'm not going to be, for now, I'm not directly going to start multi-streaming again, but I'm no longer going to be streaming exclusively on Kick. I let my guard down. My expectations were too high, and I talked about all that. So what I'm going to talk about now is moving forward of all these things I got going on. One of the things I have done over the past couple months, you heard me talk about, is create a schedule for myself. I'm spread so thin across these different things, but interrelated things, that I wasn't making progress in any one of them. So, I had to set a schedule for myself, what to work on different days, all these things that I'm very passionate about. And so we're going to talk about some of these projects right now. One of the expectations I had set myself up for a big letdown regarding Kick was how hard it is, the network, just period. And I thought by coming to Kick, it would be, they'd have something in place, some type of collaboration program or something for aspiring content creators to help lift up these new people or bring attention to, but they ain't got shit like that on, period. And there's nothing like that exists anywhere. And while I have come across a place where creators can network and collab, it's not really, it's just a Discord for a specific content creator, and it's just a bait and switch. He says he provides this, he doesn't provide you shit. You just go to his Discord and give him numbers. That's all it is. It's not a genuine, sincere effort to be a resource. So, because one doesn't exist, I endeavored to create one. I am creating a network collaboration. Let's just go to it. The Collab Network Hub. Right now, it's on Reddit. It's a subreddit. When I initially passionately started this, it was in response to nothing like this existing anywhere. It was in response to believing that Kick was a place for this could happen, but it's not. This is in response to individuals and entities that present themselves as something like this, who only exist to exploit individuals' innocent ambitions. This is a free resource. It's going to be a resource of vetted community members to have zero spam, zero fucking spam. And I started coming up with this simple vetting process, but it doesn't mesh well with how things work on Reddit. And while the process was manual, it's became hard, and I've spent more time on it than I wanted to initially. And then I realized I'm going to have to spend some time. But so it's going to be a subreddit at first, and then I hope it will evolve into its standalone website form. And it has to be a website form, not a fucking Discord server. Discord is counterproductive to what this is supposed to be. The Collaboration Network Hub is the central subreddit for other niche collaboration subreddits. It is a network of vetted members. Each niche collaboration subreddit is presented as an in search of listing. This hub is a social heart for discussions restricted in the in search of in the ISO subreddits. We maintain a professional, secure space free of scammers and advertisers. Using Reddit searchability, we ensure your needs are discoverable on the web. Join our vetted network of authentic partnerships. And that's what I mean, just as it's described. Because content creation and streaming are similar but two different things, a lot of the techniques and tools you use, you'll find in both, but content creation is video production. It's video editing. While live streaming is a type of production, it's a live production. It's a live stream. It's not something you can safely go back and redo and cut out and replace. Similar but different. I can record stuff with OBS that I use for content, but I also use OBS to do live streaming. You see? Similar tools, similar things. One tool to do two different things. It's just an example. And because there's no place for me to find collaborations, they're like, oh, you just got to go network organic. I was like, that's time consuming. I got to waste time approaching a million motherfuckers before I find one that I want to garner a relationship with and do something with. When there could be a static place for people to shop for such things. There's no place that exists for people to shop for collaborations. So I endeavored to create this subreddit. So starting out as a subreddit, it's not live yet. It's not ready to go yet. All the vetting is going to be manual, and this manual vetting process is what will ensure that there are no bots and no advertising and no spamming. This page, this subreddit will be the main part you come to seek vetting to get access to one of the other subreddits. This subreddit called the Streamer Collab Network, or this other subreddit called the Creator Collab Network. These are going to be, those two subreddits are going to be strictly set up to be LFG posts. They're not going to be casual conversations. They're not going to be, hey, I'm going live. It's going to be, I am seeking collaboration, and this is the type of collaboration I am seeking, and here is a link to my work if you'd like to see it for yourself before you make a decision if you want to collaborate with me. And it's within this space, within these conversations, that these creators will discuss among themselves if, hey, yeah, I think I want to move forward to the next level and do something collaborative with you after the discussion takes place here in the subreddit. And the reason why we're doing it in subreddit and not Discord is because web crawlers do not crawl private Discord servers or even public Discord servers. Period. Reddit is a corporation, and it has a contractual agreement with Google search engine, so Google will crawl Reddit. So when you go do Google for the Collab Network Hub, this is what you will find. Not only will you find that, but when you take the time to create your own LFG in search of type of post within this Reddit, when someone goes to Google, on Google, I'm looking to collaborate with somebody who does XYZ, and if you do XYZ, you will pop up in the goddamn Google search. They don't have to come to Reddit to find you. They can just search for it in the goddamn... That's the whole point of it, to be searchable by a web crawler. I want someone to collaborate with who is into self-lubricating anal insertion. I'm into anal insertion. I'm looking for someone to collaborate with on my anal insertion project, right? So, and you create that professional type of post. It doesn't matter what genre. Listen, while I'm not a fan of brain rot, this LFG Collaboration Network Hub, it doesn't care what genre you do. brain rot or not, all are welcome just as long as you follow the rules. If you want to come here and seek a collab and post an in search of or a LFG type of post for your brain rot content, you're allowed to. Just follow the rules, and your information will be searchable on the goddamn internet. That's the whole fucking point, to create something that's searchable. So if this were to exist inside of a Discord server, it would not be searchable. It would not be able to be found or located. You see? That's the purpose of it. That's why I'm going back to old school forum. Taking it back. I don't like Discord for many reasons, and one of the reasons is because of how it's dumbing down the internet. These people and these content creators who provide non-brain rot content, a lot of their content and valuable, modern, up-to-date, current information is locked in a fucking private Discord server. Or even if it is public, it's not being crawled by a internet browser. And so what you have to settle with is whatever result the browser gets for you. And most of the time it's not current or even correct. It's like getting information. It's like getting reliable information from Gemini, dude. Good luck. Good luck. So, the Collab Network Hub, that's what this is for. And I haven't spent much time on it, but I need to. And some of these projects require so much time that, that's why I had to set my schedule. Like one day I think about this, focus on this. Next day I focus on this. Because I was just all over the place and I was spinning my wheels and not getting any progress made. But I do now. I've been slowly working on this and working on how the vetting process. This is all work in progress. Like the rules, it's all work in progress because it's all contingent on how I set up the vetting. And so that's a big deal. Is a way to vet people. Now, Reddit has bots, like Discord has bots. Yeah, you have bots you can set up that will do things for your subreddit, just like bots in Discord do. But the thing is, when you grant, it's just like Discord. If by granting that bot access, whoever owns that bot, you're granting them access to your fucking Discord. And I think Discord bots, especially the known ones, are more reputable and secure and trustworthy. Whereas I can't say the same thing for fucking some of these Reddit bots. And I was really wanting to use some Reddit bots to manage this subreddit. And that's one of the things I'm considering too. All these different things. So that's why it hasn't gone live yet. I wanted to go live so bad just to prove to the detractors in these other organizations how easy it is. My only holdback is like understanding Reddit and having to work around Reddit's policies and mechanics. Hello, Black Sheep. Hello, Black Sheep. So that's what we're doing about the Collab Network. It's still alive. It's still working. If you're listening to this and you're hearing about this and this is something that's interesting you, reach out to me. Reach out to me if you want to help, because this is something that's going to need help. I'm going to need moderators to help do the manual verification that this subreddit is going to require, because it has to be manual. It can't be automated. It has to be manual verification. And the manual verification process that a moderator has to do doesn't take much of your time. You're just basically going to a fucking creator's link to say, like, yeah, this is a legit creator. No Discord. There's no Discord for this fucking endeavor. There's absolutely no. Everything takes place on Reddit, on the internet. I talked about how we talked about manufactured virality and brain rot. My disgust with that, my disgust with the state of the industry. Well, I'm not saying I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's fucking disgusting, but yeah, I'm gonna go bot myself. Yes, it's disgusting, but I'm gonna do it because that's what you got to do. And I'm gonna go pay my own army of clippers who shit in holes after breakfast, who make $2, fucking, who make fucking insanely ridiculous, inhumane wage. I'm going to do it too. Why not? If that's what it takes. Kick don't care about these people in their third world conditions. Why should I? Even though I'm a humanitarian and it's going to hurt my feelings, but fuck it. Do I mean that though? Do I mean that?
Bruh.
Yeah. And this little marketing, advertising business community I'm in, they're like, if it makes money, why not do it? Who cares about the moral attachments to it? Yeah, just fucking sell your soul for some money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just sell your soul for some goddamn money. So my disgust with the state of the industry prompted me to do this. ShakeTheWorld.Global. ShakeTheWorld.Global is my new domain I recently purchased and is the name of my community moving forward. When I decided to come to Kick and be Kick exclusive and Kick loyal to test those waters and test that approach, when I did that, my intent was to have all my conversations and all my dialogue take place on Kick or my Kick stream chat or my YouTube community chat right here, where anybody can take place and comment on stuff. I did that already understanding how Discord's servers are not searchable. I wanted to have stuff that was searchable. I want people to be able to search conversations and find them and stuff on the internet, and you can't find them in Discord. And so I shut down my private Discord. Actually, I locked up my private Discord server. It's only friends and family. And I created this temporary Discord server just to have a Discord server. Not because I was actually trying to use Discord or care about Discord. Just because, yeah, I got to have a Discord server. Or have no interest in promoting it or growing it. I don't give a fuck. What I did do with this Discord is I tested a lot of things that I wanted to try out with Discord, like using all of Discord's built-in native features for moderation and stuff. I wanted to use that mostly without having to add bots for moderation. So that's what this server is. Because of my new direction with Shake the World, the whole purpose of my community, and I'm going to start using Discord again for it. My whole name of my community is ShakeTheWorld.Global now. It's no longer Flux Reversal Sanctuary. It's what it's named, which is a holdover from my old gaming community at sanctuarygaming.org. Which was a place in an age of wokeness for gamers to go. And when I created this, it was in a response to wokeness and to be a place, but it was also I needed to feel safe because I didn't feel safe. I had been canceled a couple times in some communities already, and I didn't feel safe. So I needed a sanctuary, a gaming sanctuary for other people like me, and that's what sanctuarygaming.org was about. I'm done hiding. I'm ready to shake the fucking world, man. I'm here to shake the fucking world, and I'm creating an anti-brain rot content creator streaming community. I have got a lot of history of running gaming groups and starting communities, as you can see with sanctuarygaming.org. It was so much more. I've had my main private Discord. I've had so many. I've had 2 major purges on Discord where I kicked over 500 people each time. And I had no intention to regrow it. So yeah, but this is where my people at. This is where my true people at. My people. The people who lurk my streams. The people who are looking at me right now. I know one of you, I know a couple of you, you're not saying nothing, and I appreciate it. I really do. So, ShakeTheWorld.Global. That's the new name of my community. It's no longer Sanctuary. It's no longer Flux Reversal Sanctuary. I'm no longer going to recluse myself. Yeah, fuck you, kick bounties. Fuck, seriously, that's literally spam. Fuck you, kick bounties. I don't give a fuck about some stupid goddamn game that's uninteresting or unappealing to me. Yeah, and I'm not really interested in your fucking kick bounties program. If you listen to anything I just fucking said over the past hour and a half. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about your kick bounties program at this point.
Bruh.
Flux, did you really just say that to someone who came into you? Yeah. Yeah. You provide a place for me to live stream, and you've given me kicks that I've turned around and given to other people. You make yourself available, but that availability is not genuine, and it's full of rhetoric. If there's a kick bounty that aligns with whatever I got going on and doing, then I'll fucking check it out. But no, I don't go watch people just because it's a kick bounty, and I don't do something just because it's a kick bounty. Yeah. It's called being a cuck. All right, so Shake the World are people who are not cucks. ShakeTheWorld.Global. It's going to be my endeavor to create a community based upon all my experience of creating and managing and running communities, gaming communities. And I'm going to take all of that and do the same thing with ShakeTheWorld.Global. I'm going to grow a different kind of community. And I already know how it's going to be done. I've already got some content creators that I'm going to approach, and streamers who I follow who do not create brain rot. And I'm asking them if they would allow me to include them behind this movement and maybe get their endorsement to a certain degree. I have to have something more refined, like a mission statement. I've been working on the mission statement for ShakeTheWorld.Global. I've been working on website assets in the look. I have been considering exactly how I'm going to do it in Discord, if at all, because it's going to have a Discord presence, but I would like it to be mostly on the internet, and that means probably starting off with a subreddit, because that's free. A subreddit is free. I don't have to pay to rent forum space. And as I move forward in the future, and when the networking Collab Hub grows and Shake the World grows, I will go get a forum. I'll probably have a forum for both of them to get a better deal, to be more cost effective. But there'll be 2 separate forums. All right, but yeah, that'll be So yeah, that's what I'm working on. And that's my focus now. My focus is on creating a network collab hub for other creators, a free resource, and to get it known and used and get some traction. And on my agenda with ShakeTheWorld.Global is to create a community and show these motherfuckers who are pushing brain rot in your face. There is plenty of content out there that is not brain rot that people want to see too. And you being part of the problem, you can easily flip that to not be part of the problem and help me shake the fucking world, bro. Reward intelligent content. It's also entertaining. Instead of rewarding some shit about some food that some fucker cooked for some other fucker, then some other fucker ate it instead. And that's viral. Nobody I showed that clip to thought it was interesting, worth being viral, and it's only viral because there's a goddamn army of clippers looking at it. That's a perfect example, and you know exactly, Kick, what fucking clip I'm talking about. We all seen it, and we all know it's fucking ass. And not worth a fucking second look. Not even you yourself, you Kick high-ups. You look at that yourself, and you're like, yeah, this is trash. But hey, we're making money off of it, right? Right? That's all matters, right?
Bruh.
Right? So I'm going to shake the world. If there's any content creators and live streamers out there who want to help me shake the motherfucking world, look me up. Reach out to me. Contact me. If you want to help me with this network collaboration hub that's a searchable database on the internet for streamers and content creators seeking collaborations, if you want to know more information about that or help build that and grow that, reach out to me. If you're interested in shaking the goddamn world and social media away from being a source and a place of goddamn brain rot and help push brain rot virality out the goddamn manufactured brain rot virality out the door, if you want to get behind that, reach out to me. It's got to start somewhere. Someone's got to start it. And if I know how to grow communities, I've got a track record of growing communities, and this shit is going to fucking happen. Even if it's just me doing it at first, it will eventually gain momentum. Yeah. And my news. And so what about my news show? What about your news show, Flux? My new show's still here doing. Going into 2026, part of my initial strategy was to funnel views to my Kick live stream, my live news show on Saturdays via static content and clips of the news. And that didn't go off too well originally. I had spread myself too thin on just doing news itself. In addition to all this other shit, there is so much more under news than just the word news that involves this news project, bro. We're talking about multi-platform strategy that I was doing when I started 2026. I'm not doing it right now. It didn't go well. We're talking about having to edit multiple versions of the same clip to avoid platform redundancy filters, I guess, or to avoid platform reposts, I should say. So a lot of platforms, you've heard me talk about it, they search and crawl their competitors to make sure that what you're posting on their platform is original content. And the real strategy to be active and get views, if you're not already large, and to get eyes on you, is to make sure you avoid this AI detection filters for repetitious junk. That means you got to take the same clip, and a lot of what they do is AI hashing, a lot of AI hashing. And one of my strategies to avoid AI hashing is literally record the same, literally have 3 different recordings of the exact same thing. So while you can look and watch it, and from the human eye, it looks like the same thing. It's literally 3 fucking, I got a horizontal 1440, I got a horizontal 1080, and a vertical 1080. 3 separate fucking recordings, bro. You do the same things with them, maybe put some visual and audio shit on each one to differentiate it on the different platforms, and that was taking a lot of time. So when you hear me talking about the army of third world clippers and how they do it, they literally, a lot of people now have got these AI workflows to automate this stuff. But it's so prevalent, it's such a big problem. Big platforms like TikTok, X, YouTube, Instagram, they are savvy to these. And the reason why these creators do that is because that's how you get paid. You can't make any money because what you're competing with an army of goddamn clippers in third world countries whose living expenses are like 100 times lower than what ours are here in the United States and in modern advanced civilizations in first world countries. All right. So their cost of living is so much lower than ours. They literally can work for pennies on the dollar. So that's why this automated workflow has evolved, but it's generic. And so all these platforms are hip to it now and are fighting back against it. And there's still a huge market for organic, real art. Art. Video production is an art. Real fucking goddamn art. There's a real need for it. And TikTok, if you watch their creator program, and they do these creator updates, I'm part of and I'm abreast of. They tell you, man, there's so much AI junk out there. We are looking for genuine stuff. They're doing what Kick is doing. Kick knows if you're botting, and if they don't like you, they won't pay you. Same thing on YouTube. They know if it's genuine or if it's AI. And they're not going to promote. They're taking large strides to make sure that the AI fucking crap of this workflow that has been, it's a bubble. It's a bubble right now, and we're at the bubble at its climax, and we're going to see it pop here soon. And that's once all the restrictions and implementations of these platforms have finally refined to fight back against this stuff to help us organic artists. That's what we are. We're artists. You're a video producer. It's an art. It's a digital art. We're digital artists. Yep. So coming into 2026, that was my initial plan. And I had a workflow set up to do this, but it meant all I was going to be doing was news. I didn't have time to refine my live stream. I didn't have time to work on the Network Hub. I didn't have time to work on Shake the World. It was just fucking this all the time. And it was more than expected. So that's why I stopped doing it. And I definitely wasn't motivated by this. 0 views. I went to TikTok. I created a TikTok account specifically to do just news. My first clip got some views. I'm like, all right, let's build upon it. My second one got 0. 0 views. And I had to, through a business person I met who was just I told you I mess with marketing people and their marketing communities and their private servers and stuff. There was an individual who they're a TikTok expert, and they took the time to look at my stuff, and they're like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be getting views. What you're doing for your niche is a lot better and a higher standard and quality than what everybody else is doing. Here is why you didn't get views. I'm like, well, fuck, goddamn, why? damn. And it was about my under the hood settings. So I haven't gone back to doing the news because the whole thing was to do my news show live on Kick. Do my live Saturday live stream and take clips from the live stream and repurpose those clips for all these other platforms, vertical shorts on YouTube. I have a news playlist. Yeah, here. And I have shorts versions of that. And the shorts versions were supposed to go here. And the shorts versions were supposed to go on TikTok, or on X, and on Instagram, and on Facebook, right? But it was just so much work. And I bet that's more than I could shoot. So I still do the news. I still do the live stream. Only on Kick. My live stream news is only on Kick Saturday mornings. That will not change. I will remain brand loyal about that. Okay? Because at the end of it, I edit it down and I post it live to YouTube as part of my flow. My tutorials. But my tutorials, yeah, my tutorial channel has had to take a back burner. You don't think I'm working on the tutorial channel, bro? But it didn't. Here it is. This is my tutorial channel, guys. You can go follow it right now if you want. It doesn't have content on it yet. Free tools to stream and create like a pro guides. That's the name of the title. That's the title of the channel. That's what it's called. The title and its description was meticulously, specifically worded and picked out to trigger main SEO algorithmic searches. Master content creating and live streaming with this collection of free tools and utilities. This channel provides step-by-step guides on how to achieve a pro tier setup for $0. You will learn from simplified tutorials on intimidating tech to get you live faster. Free streaming software guides for a pro look. Content creation utilities to help you look like a pro for free. Stop overthinking the gear and start building your brand. Making the complicated easy, approachable, and free. That's right. I've already started working on the tutorials. Okay, guys? I've been working on the script. And I wanted to make sure I have like a bunch of like 3 or 4 tutorials already planned. Because they're going to be building on top of each other. You watch the first one, and the second one will be easier to understand if you've watched the first one. If you are new to content creation and streaming. Ooh, I got to stand up. I'm not feeling well. Yeah, I'm still battling with my own health issues, too. I just have to take a back seat to everybody else. Whew, you're all right. You're all right, Flux. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Whew, yeah. So this is another thing. I'm working on this network collaboration hub for content creators and streamers looking for people to collaborate with. I'm working on ShakeTheWorld.Global so I can create a community who's fighting back against brain rot content. I've got my news show. I've got my tutorial channel. Dude, I got all kinds of shit going on. All of it with intent to be modernized. And so this is my evergreen channel. This is my attempt to create evergreen content and really modernize a YouTube channel. That's what this YouTube channel is about. Moving forward, it's hard when you're spread out across all these projects. It's hard to show and see notable progress on any of them, especially when you got real life delays. And like my issues and my wife's issues and stuff, you know, it's hard, especially if you're one guy. And while I probably should focus on one thing, it ain't going to happen, bro, because this shit needs to happen. The world needs a network collaboration hub for content creators and streamers who are aspiring. The world needs ShakeTheWorld.Global. The world of social media and content creation needs this. What's up, Capsta? What's up, Capsta? Hey, man. Yeah, man. My wife's in the... Oh, I'm just doing an update. My wife's in the hospital. She had a procedure back on Friday, and there was severe complications, and she had to be rushed back to the hospital. And this is my first day I've been home. Haven't even got much sleep. Today's my normal day to stream, but I got someone... I hope so, too. We don't even know what's going on yet. And if I start talking about it, I'll start crying. But I went live to kind of talk about my future. And because I haven't went live lately, haven't done my new show. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen any of your shows. I know you got your shit you're dealing with, too. So I hope you're doing well. But, yeah, what I was doing was just talking about what I'm doing moving forward. Yeah, I know you're always busy. Good. Oh, so did you look into the last Oasis stuff? Did you look and see that they are wiping tomorrow? Or like I haven't followed up. I've been so busy. But did you? Okay. Because I know when I was telling you about it, yeah. Because I remember when I was telling you about it, you're like, what? That's not a thing. I'm like, yeah, bro. That's how they do things there. You're like, no, they can't be. I'm like, yeah. You seemed more surprised to hear about it than yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So. It's the same reaction that everybody else had to their whole wipe schedule thing. Yeah, same reaction. I thought you had knew about it. I thought you were just like, yeah, I'm going to do this whole wipe schedule thing. But you're like, fuck that shit. I ain't doing all this over again. Yeah, I feel you. So, yeah, I was talking about all these things that I got going on my little projects that I got going on. So I was talking about my time streaming here on Kick today. And why I've been streaming exclusively on Kick, my feelings. And I talked about that a little. I'm not going to regurgitate it. I'll probably make a clip about it. While Kick has a lot of good things about it, they're just a typical corporation trying to make money, and I understand that. I just don't appreciate a lot of the rhetoric towards small-time content creators, aspiring streamers who came to the platform under the hype of KPP because they still push KPP. Oh, KPP is so great. It's like, yeah, KPP was great, but you have so many stories of content creators and streamers who sit there and say that their pay is significantly reduced and how people who should be verified are being told they can't get verified because there's a whole nother set of rules that we don't know about. Yeah, you can't just meet the check marks to become verified anymore. You have to. Kick has stated and replied that, yeah, we have other criteria we look at in addition to you meeting these objectives. And so I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And while I also talk about how Kick is more approachable and more available to the small streamer and the average day user. They make themselves, but it's kind of like it's just marketing because when you ask them the hard questions, sometimes all you get back is rhetoric. Yeah, and it seems like that's what they're doing. They're phasing it out hard. Yeah, they're phasing it out hard. But so what's going on right now is you got a lot of people and aspiring content creators and streamers coming to Kick because they heard that. So it's like right now, Kick is coasting off the fumes. But when they actually get here and they start talking to people, like, whoa, oh, so that's not quite true anymore. While it was true, it's not so true anymore. And when these questions keep coming up in the Kick talks, they just kind of come up with this blanket rhetorical response to it now that really doesn't address it. That's fine. So I talked about that and how I'm probably going to go back to multi-streaming, just not right away. Even on the platforms, because there are some platforms you can multi-stream to, and Kick will still give you your KPP and not cut it. Others, it won't, and I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, but even to like Twitch, I'm going to go back. The only thing is my music. So I got some loopholes and some technical things I'm going to consider. But yeah, so I was talking about that, and then I was talking about all these different projects that I do and that I've got going on. Yeah. Oh, could the gambling and the music probably. Yeah. See, that's the type of shit I got to fucking the technical workarounds. I might have to get like a third computer in here to stream to with another capture card in it. Oh, yeah, you told me about that because you were on streaming the picture with him. Yeah. So, in response to the fact that Kick really isn't a place for new content creators and streamers to go to seek collaborations while they present themselves, they're not. And so I created the whole network collaboration hub, the subreddit. And I talked about how I created that and why the progress has stalled. I talked about that. We also talked about Kick's usage of their army of third world clippers to promote brain rot and how Kick is just a brain rot platform. I'm sorry. Everything that's viral and popular is just goddamn brain rot. And that led me to my other initiative. I'm not a big fan of Discord, but my response, like, I didn't know what to do with my community. I have a small Discord community, my private Discord. Yeah. It basically is all the fucking same now. They all have this. They all operate the same, and I talked about that. We talked about this, the army of third world clippers, all these platforms utilized to promote brain rot, essentially. They don't even, I'm not going to go and regurgitate it. So that's what ShakeTheWorld.Global is. It's what I'm renaming my community to. And I haven't talked to the small handful of people in my community, in my private Discord. It goes to my public Discord. This is just a placeholder public Discord. It's not, I don't even fucking care about Discord. But now ShakeTheWorld.Global is going to be my purpose of my community and my stream. And so I got that. But I also have my news. I talked about my news show and how coming into 2026, I was going to attack all these platforms. I was just got finished talking about that. And my tutorials web page, because I'm going to start doing tutorials. Oh, that's on the other one. Yeah. What was that at? So, and I was talking about how come I don't make much progress in any one of these small projects at any one time. It's because I'm working on a bunch of goddamn projects at one time. I'm not always just working on one. Yeah, my tutorials. I don't have any of them there yet, but yeah. This is going to be my main way to generate revenue. And this will be my main funnel to get people to my streams. Originally, my news show was supposed to do that. And my original strategy coming in 2026, I was talking about. It in itself was a lot to do on top of all these other ambitions of mine. So that's what I'm doing today. I was going live today. I'm not going to be able to play games or be live long. My son is at the hospital with my wife. My daughter is going to go relieve him. And then I'm going to pull the night shift. And I just wanted to squeeze a live stream in, talking about these things because sitting in the waiting room over the past weekend and stuff. I've been spending a lot of time talking to people in DMs and their Discord servers about all this shit. All right, right on. No, that's good, bro. Yeah, I hate them too. Yeah, I hate hospitalists too. I mean, I appreciate that they exist, but I hate being in there. I've never had a hospital. You never had a hospital for a good reason unless you work there getting a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. There's no good reason to be at a hospital unless you're making a delivery or you work there. So yeah, this whole stream is about me getting caught up. I'm where I'm. Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, go be in a hospital will trigger your PTSD. And it depends on the severity of your PTSD. I got PTSD, and it can be pretty bad. That's why I got all these projects. If I keep my brain fully immersed, it seems to combat the PTSD. But every once in a while, it'll rear its ugly head, and I'll respond to it. And I don't know. Yeah. People will like, bro, are you all right? I'm like, what? They're like, you just screamed at the top of your lungs. I was like, I didn't even notice. Like, I still have night terrors and stuff. I still don't get much sleep at all because the PTSD and the night terrors are a similar thing. But yeah, I keep myself busy. And as long as my mind is in motion, bro, that's the best thing for PTSD from my experience. That and a lot of weed. Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, I've been streaming for about 2 hours now, and just going over everything and what my new plans are. So my new plans moving forward are to continue with my schedule that I've created for myself to work on these little projects, but I'm no longer going to be brand loyal to Kick. I'm not stupid, but I was naive in my expectations, thinking that, hey, they'll recognize me because I'm brand loyal and they'll reciprocate. But no, that's not the case. It's not the case. And so the people, okay, Devin, I'm a member of Devin Nash's Discord community. And my first red flag about Kick should have been when I joined the Kick Discord and engaged into a conversation about the industry business side of it with an individual or a handful of individuals, some agreeing, some not, and one of them replying to me, "Oh, that's why you think that way. You're a member of the Devin Nash Discord." And I'm all like, what? Yeah. And so talking with some members of his community recently and some other people on and off stream, they're like, yeah, bro. I don't want to say fuck Kick, but yeah. They're good about creating hype for their brand, for sure. And it's just hype. And it's literally all it is hype. Because once you get here, you become quickly deflated by its reality. And I'm not saying anything bad. They're good about marketing. Hey, hats off to them about having a good marketing campaign and it actually working. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what's going on. We talked about Kick and moving forward. We talked about the Network Collaboration Hub subreddit. And why it exists, and still we talked about the ShakeTheWorld.Global, the new direction of my community, because I didn't have a direction, and I really wasn't going to do anything to it or even allow people to my Discord, because I want people, if they want to talk to me, I want you to talk to me in my chat, on my Kick stream. If you want to talk to me, I want you to talk to me in my chat, in my community, on my fucking my YouTube. Wanted to generate interaction on these platforms, not in Discord. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And I'll probably be wrapping the stream up here a little while, man. Maybe I'll play a game. You know what, guys? I don't feel like playing a game. There's only one game I want to play right now. Oh my God, you guys. Fucking A. I did all this morning. Yeah, there's only one game I want to play. I mean, I haven't had much time to play because of my wife's situation. My wife has a pretty kick-ass gaming laptop, which was perfect for the hospital. Fucked around on Albion Online a little bit. My son's using it for an offline game. There is no playtest right now. There is no playtest. This is the only game I want to play right now, guys. I only want to play EngineFall. Yeah. This is the only game I want to play. Nothing else is appealing. Nothing else is interesting. And you look at the look, it's kind of generic, I guess. But it's supposed to be set in the future. Type of dystopian type of future thing. Yeah. I don't want to play anything else, bro. This is the only game I want to play, is EngineFall. I don't want to play fucking anything else, bro. Hey, they banned me from their Discord for 72 hours. I contacted their website support, and they apologized because they didn't follow their own rules. They're supposed to give me a warning, not a 72-hour fucking ban. Woke-ass fucking Karen bitches. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the woke-ass fucking moderators of the goddamn EngineFall kick Discord. Hey, you know how we talked about Discord server subculture a while ago? How it's overrun with fucking woke Karen bitches who can't take a goddamn fucking joke. In the off-topic channel, I wrote the phrase, "Your mom is off topic," and they banned me for 72 hours. Now, I had said your mom jokes in this server 3 other places. I can go look them up right now and show you. Never getting banned. So how the fuck do I get a 72-hour ban and the off topic? It wasn't to anybody. And then I kept getting these messages. You keep fucking sending me these DMs to come to your server, but I can't interact. Yeah, so you got Discord servers when they become, especially for something trending like this very popular game, they'll be overrun by a handful of favorites. And the moderation teams of these favorites will listen to them. And I can go through this server and I can pick out the favorites already. Yeah. I really enjoy this game. It may have like a similar aesthetic to some other games you've seen. But, let's go to the website. Let's talk about, we've talked about before who they are. It's Red Rover Interactive. Red Rover Interactive is made of industry vets from Funcom, Ubisoft, and Bethesda. Yes, I think 3 of the developers are from Funcom. Funcom, not the convention. Funcom. So these are industry vets. They've been working on the game for 3 years up until its release here recently. All right. And when you hear a developer issue their developer update video, and they're very short, it's to the point, and they only talk about shit that everybody wants you to talk about, and they address it. I can't wait to play this game, and I really don't want to play any other game. I fucked off with some Deadlock last night. Just don't want to play anything else, man. Why aren't you fucking... Come on. Oh, there he is right now playing at the hospital. At the hospital. At the hospital playing. This is my child. Yes, my son's name is Vash. That is my son's biological name. I named my son after a fucking anime. Yes. I named my daughter after an anime too. Yeah. I really don't want to do anything else. I fucked around with some Albion. Fucked around with Deadlock. All I want to do is play EngineFall, bro. Even the game Legend of California, which I thought was entertaining, it was not as fun as EngineFall. EngineFall was really, really fun, bro. It's the first game in a long time where I just want to go. I want to go back and play it. I want to play it. Why is the play test still available for me to DL on Steam? And I can't play it. Or can I? Why is a playtest still available for me to DL on Steam if I can't play it? Or can I? Why is a playtest still available for me to DL on Steam if I can't play it? Or can I? I was looking at this game. I thought this game, God's Death and Reapers, would have dropped already too. It's an extraction ARPG, top down, but it's the game I was looking at until I played EngineFall, and I played the EngineFall demo with no expectations except for it to be just another demo to try out. Extraction, PvE, base building. It's got different kinds of instances. There is, your base. It's got the place that you go to that you eventually extract from. Then it's also got a form of PvP, which is like team versus team PvP. They call it dagger combat or whatever. Yeah. Who's streaming? Is Capsa streaming? He said he's got his kid over. Warzone. Is this a Warzone map? What's he looking at? Some fucking... Fucking spammer. I wish we could report accounts. There's no easy way to report counts. There's no easy way to. I wish there was a report button. They don't have report. There's no way to report anybody. I hate that too. Make it easy to report, motherfuckers. Yeah, it should be easy to report people, but it is not. Just like that. Capsta is streaming. His kid's streaming. It is his kid. Playing Wreckfest. They just drag their cars around. Look at him go. Oh, shit. Is there even a track that you follow, or you just go to the end and come back? Oh, it's a figure 8. Oh, it's a traditional figure 8 track. Yeah, it's a traditional figure 8 track. All right. Yeah, so I'm probably just going to wrap up the stream right there. Not play a game. I just can't get into a game right now. I don't feel like getting into a game. I'll probably shut this down, transfer it over so I can get the VOD up, or at least uploaded. Not really, but I'll forget about that shit. And I'll probably go clip it. That's what's the thing good. Another good thing about Clip too, man. You can go to do a Google search, or just, I use Brave. You can do kick clips. And it comes up. All right. You can do kick clips. The name of a creator. It'll come up. Oh, it's got my clips on Reddit. Sure does. They got my Reddit clips. Kick clipping is very powerful if you actually use it. Yeah, this search web result brought up some posts I made on Reddit. But as far as my Kick channel, some wannabe named Fluxury, I don't know who the fuck that is. Flux RS, I don't know who the fuck that is either. Fluxury and Flux RS, what the fuck, bro? Fuck you. Fuck you, where's my kick clips? Yeah. Scoot. Yeah, kick clips is very popular. Very good tool. Very good tool. But it's on their platform, and they can take it down and remove it or do whatever they want with it technically. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. If you've been watching or lurking, I really, really appreciate it. Sorry, haven't done a news show. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do a news show this Saturday either, depending on what's going on with my wife. I just can't get into anything with her condition up in the air, not going. Probably, like I said, wrap it up, transfer the VOD, go back and look at it later, maybe make some clips. But the house is a mess because nobody's been here. And we've just been coming and going and dropping shit. So I got to clean up around the house. Yeah, like I said, if any of these things I was talking about that may be interested in you, like the collaborator, the network hub, if you're looking for ways to collaborate or you're interested in helping out and helping grow that, contact me. If you're interested in ShakeTheWorld.Global, contact me. If you're interested in being part of a group or a community who strives to not make brain rot and to combat the problem of brain rot, hook up with me. If you like video game industry news, I'm looking to take my video game industry news show, live show, to be more like a podcast where I've got me and at least another individual to give opinions and reactions. I'm looking for these people. If you're interested in that, let me know. Yeah. If you're looking forward to tutorials, man, go look at my tutorial channel I just showed you. Go search it out and go ahead and give it a follow now, so you can be the first to be notified when the first tutorials drop, because they will happen. It's going to happen. And the first one won't happen unless I have at least 3 or 4 ready to go. So yeah, if any of these things interest you, if you're looking to collaborate with other creators and want to know how to do that, hook up with me, because I'm trying to create a way to make that easy for you. If you want to combat brain rot and you know your content is not brain rot, let's hook up. Let's hook up. Let's get this going. All right? So that's it. We're going to wrap it up and leave it right there. Like I said, if you've been watching, I really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. FluxReversal.com for all my links and socials. Really, ask your mom. That's not a joke. That's a methodical part of my branding and logo, is because I really do want you to go ask your mom about me. Hey, Mom, this guy Flux Reversal says you have information on him. You'd be surprised at her answer. Bro.
Baby, all I know is his foot size. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Have a good one. Have a good one.